Hey, what's up, guys? So, back with the Bokashi update, and I'm gonna check my compost here. Say hi to Louis. He's gonna be in the background coughing. Say hi, Louis. You say hi? Okay. Anyway, my Bokashi bucket has been fermenting for a while, right? And so it has the white mold that you want to look for when you open it up and get ready to put it into your compost bin. But I'm gonna get the extra tea off of here if there's any. I've been draining it, but there might be some more, and there is. So you want to make sure you get that off. That is the Bokashi tea that you will use to fertilize your plants. Um, Keep the pests away and also disease from your plant. So it is a concentrate, like I said before. So you want to add this to like a gallon of water. I have a gallon over here that I have been using actually on my pineapple plant, but I am afraid I planted that thing at the wrong time of year because it is a little cold where I am here in Georgia. So my mom and my cousin planted their pineapple tops and they have been flourishing, but they're in much warmer weather. So we'll see. I'm trying to save it. I'm trying to save it. So I will take this and add it. See, I have a gallon of water with some tea already in it that I've been using. I guess I will add this to this gallon. It's going to be a little bit more potent, but it's not that much tea this time, so I think it'll be fine. Um, you can also use the Bokashi tea to unclog your drains and deodorize them. Even though it has a little twang to a little funky smell, it does deodorize them. So it's we'll talk about that in another video. But I'm going to bring you guys over to my compost bin where I add this stuff that's inside the bucket, and we'll also check on the progress of the grease bags to see how they're breaking down. And again, they haven't been in the fermenting process, which is how I broke them down the other times that I composted them. So I just kind of did it a different way to see how the grease bags react in different environments. So let's move over to the compost bin and see what's going on over there. Okay, so here's the bin, but before I do that, let me move it. It's pretty heavy. Let me open the Bokashi bucket and show you guys what I mean. So you see this white mold in here. That is what you want to see. That will let you know that your food scraps are ready to go into your compost bin with your soil. So let's open that up. You have to be careful because every time I open it, I swear, there's something else growing. Look, that's how like fertile this thing is. I have no idea what plant that is though. There's something growing in there. Wow. Okay, we're gonna dig around here a little bit and just curious about the grease bag. This one's broken down even more. It's like burst all the way open, so it is breaking down. As you can see this pad here. See how it's all shredded up and breaking down. So, and we are on, what is this day? The 5th of October. The 5th of October. And then the other grease bag that was full of grease, it is actually not breaking down as much. So that goes to show me that just burying it in the ground is not as effective and will take longer when it's full of grease, which is when you primarily bury your grease bags. Even with some of the outer part of it, it's breaking down a little bit, but not as fast as I would expect it because it did not go into the Bokashi bucket first. So notes taken. Again, that is something that I just was very curious about, which is why I did it that way in a different order. But now we're going to cover that up again. Good deal. Good deal. Notes taken. I have a notebook actually for real where I just keep all these notes and dates, and it's old school. I know I should probably have a spreadsheet on my computer, which I will transfer, but some things I just still like writing down. So again, let's put the food scraps in there. There's no odor. Like I said, when you close this up in your kitchen and you put the bran on top, like there is no odor, but there's a bit of a twang when you start to pour it out. I guess I can call it a little twang because these are not decomposing yet; they're fermenting. So it's a different kind of smell. But you also just don't want to splash yourself with this stuff. So just kind of just pour it in there. But be careful. Oh, and then there's a screen in there that keeps the scraps from going to the bottom so you can get your tea out. Make sure my hair don't get in there too. So this is the screen as in the bottom. So I'm gonna actually, where's my little thing here? I'm gonna try to scrape some of this off. Just a little gross. Just a little bit. And then I'll clean this bucket out pretty good because you know, smell will linger in there. So I'll go ahead, close that back up quickly because once you pour it out, like I said, you kind of get the whiff of everything. You get the whiff of everything, and I have seafood, shellfish shells in here, all the scraps that you guys saw that I put in there from the juicing process. These are paper towels that you see in here. I have coffee filters. There are chicken bones in here. Again, a lot of shellfish and fish bones. I eat a lot of seafood. There is some bread in here, some cornbread, some potatoes. What else did I eat? Leftover vegetables, eggshells for sure. You can also put the egg cartons in here. The ones that you would like line a studio with goes, I don't know what that material is. Is that corrugated cardboard? I'm not sure. Anyway, so I'm just kind of spreading this out evenly and poking it around. Tea bags are in here as well. You can put tea bags in there. Yeah, so just smash that up. And then you want to top it with more soil. So once you do this, pour this in here. Pretty much need all of this because my scraps have reduced in volume pretty good because they have just continued to break down. So this bin was already pretty full like this before, and again the scraps have broken down in the soil so much that it has reduced by almost half in volume. Not quite, almost. So I am just breaking down some of the chunks in the soil. This particular potting soil has worm castings in it as well, which is also great for the compost. A lot of people make compost with worms. They have like a little worm farm, and those are good as well, but I don't have any worms in here. If I happen to find some, though, I'll throw them in there. But also worms like a different kind of environment, so I wouldn't put them in when I first put the bokashi in there. I'd wait till it broke down a little bit because they don't like an acidic environment, so might not be a good idea. A lot of people take their scraps and separate them for the less acidic stuff. They will leave to feed the worms, so actually probably wouldn't add worms to this just for that reason. So that's what you want to do. You want to layer it like lasagna. So that was just enough soil to cover those scraps up really good. We got the grease bags underneath all of that, so hopefully they will ferment with the scraps and it will help those grease bags break down even more. But we're going to check this all. It takes about 4 to 6 weeks for these scraps to break down. Sometimes the bones and such, maybe like large seeds, things like that, will take a little bit longer, maybe 8 weeks, but it really doesn't take long at all. And what you're supposed to do is chop your bigger pieces down when you're adding them to the Bokashi compost bucket so that they will break down easier in here. So just chop things down. Don't put like huge chunks of stuff, like a half of a watermelon in there, nothing like that. But I'm actually going to add a little bit more bran to the top of this. It just helps the decomposing process in here and the breaking down of everything. It helps accelerate it just a little bit. So I'm going to add a little bit more bran, and that's it. We'll give you an update. I'll probably give you an update in, I guess, about 4 weeks or so is fair, to come back and check this and see where we're at. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. I'm going to grab a little bit more Bokashi bran, like I said, to sprinkle on top of this, and I'll be back in 4 weeks. Peace. If you guys are enjoying these videos, please like, subscribe, and share. And please leave your comments and suggestions. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to hear more about our product, Grease Bags, make sure you visit www.greasebags.com. I'll see you guys next time.